Hello, hello. It's Coyote Christina, surfer, author, dream weaver. It is, we're doing a Wednesday post for week 9 of the Amazed and Amused campaign. It's the final week of the campaign. On Wednesdays, we talk about chakras. Hope you enjoyed the Totem Tuesday on yesterday, and then our movement Monday and our pose and our chakra meditation. Hopefully you've had a chance to do that today. That's the daily exercise for the week. And today we're talking about the chakras and the celebration stage. And since we're wrapping it all up, I'm going to read from the book that I get most of my chakra information from, this amazing book that I've mentioned several times, Eastern Body, Western Mind by Anna Judith. I'm going to read from it. So when we reach the shores of the graces, our chakras are well balanced, healthy, and strong, able to bring the energy of the lower chakras up towards freedom and spirit, as well as being able to send energy down from the upper chakras to create action and ways of being and relating in the world that uphold our common humanity. We are able to advocate for a better world for all people and all living beings with passion and grace. We are learning to build the life of our dreams one day at a time through daily practice. As we come to the close of the Online and Amazed book launch campaign, I'd like to share more information about the chakras, like I said, from Anna Judith's book, Eastern Body, Western Mind. And so let's go ahead and start. I know I wanted to start with this quote: "Where the attention goes, the rest of energy is sure to follow." And sometimes I have a hard time with intention and setting an intention, having a daily intention, but really an intention is about attention. So what we're paying attention to, what we're thinking about, that's using our energy. So it's really becoming more aware of what I'm thinking about, what I want to be thinking about. How do I change my thoughts to be thinking about the things that I want to give energy to? Because where our attention goes, our energy will follow. So just wanted to start at the beginning here. This is from the introduction, Discovering the Rainbow Bridge. So the chakra system has all the different colors of the energies and the chakra energy centers that are along our spine, 7 main energy centers. There's a lot of chakras in the body. So you are about to go on a journey through the many dimensions of your own self. This journey will take you through a transformation of consciousness across a vital bridge connecting spirit and matter, heaven and earth, mind and body. As you transform yourself, you transform the world. Reclaiming the multidimensional diversity of human experience is the task of this journey, no less than a quest for our wholeness and the renewal of our collective spirit. The 7 colors of the rainbow represent an alternative to our binary black and white consciousness, offering us a world of multiple opportunities. The rainbow expresses the diversity of light as it moves from source to manifestation. Its 7 colors represent 7 vibratory modalities of human existence, related to the 7 chakras of Indian yogic tradition, energy centers that exist within each one of us. So to reclaim a myth is to put our personal work into a larger context, a context which deepens the meaning of our individual struggle. And that's what being on the shores of the graces and finally having our 6th chakra open and strengthen, and realizing that our own personal despair and what we have gone through in the heartbreak, how that aligns with the commonality of all human experience and all the heartbreaks that have come before, all the heartbreaks that are going to happen, all the heartbreaks that are happening right now. We connect ourselves with that and we realize the commonness of our human experience here on this earth. So to restore the rainbow bridge is to reconnect to our own divinity, anchoring in the world around us and healing the rifts that so plague our world. And it goes into different, let's see. And then I'm going to go to the back and read a little bit from the conclusion as we're thinking about the celebration stage. And this is when our chakras, like I said, our systems, we've healed our chakras. They're balanced for the most part and able to hold that, like our solar plexus is able to hold those strong emotions and sensations of the body that come up from the root chakra and the sacral chakra. And then our upper chakras, our throat, our third eye, our crown, are able to pull that energy up. Those, like, we don't react with anger fear, when those strong emotions come up, we're able to sit with those emotions and then decide, like, where should I direct this energy? How can I advocate for change if it's something that needs to be changed? How can I keep myself safe? How can I support others? So then it's a way that when we are able to sit with those emotions instead of them overcoming us and directing our actions, we can find ways that we can heal, and then that allows and hopefully provides more avenues for other people to do the same. So here we go. This is many shades of the rainbow as part of the conclusion of Eastern Body, Western Mind. Along our journey from birth to wherever we are right now, we encounter obstacles and difficulty. The traumas and abuses we suffer as children, the lack of consciousness with which we operate, the blind spots of our culture, all these serve to shut us down and twist our path off its basic course. Yet, the archetype of the self contains the program to become whole, much like a seed contains the program to become a flower. Each time we work through a piece of our past, we return to the original pattern and pick up our evolutionary process where it was interrupted. We reclaim a piece of our body's reality, and in so, we reclaim a piece of the temple. We break down the barriers that keep us from experiencing love, barriers that obscure the truth of our divine nature. We break through the illusions that keep us from seeing clearly from deep understanding. And I feel like a lot of what she says has informed my work, and it aligns with my work about breaking the illusions. To Kill a Coyote, my first book, that was all about the illusion. We're not going to kill the coyote, but what needs to perish is our harmful illusions of who we are and the world around us. So each piece that we reclaim unfolds a petal of a chakra. Some pieces unfold several petals, or maybe several chakras, and bring deep restoration. Each piece allows us to live a fuller and richer life, bringing us deeper meaning about ourselves and the world in which we are embedded. It is not so much a matter of trying to get somewhere as it is about removing the blocks to seeing that we are already there. The goal is not to climb to the crown chakra as quickly as we can, thinking our journey comes to an end in some conceptual enlightenment, but to be as conscious as possible about the entire journey, to bring as much depth and wisdom as we can to each and every level, even if we do manage to uncover the obstacles that keep us from the cosmic realization of our divine and universal self. Even if we do manage to find some kind of enlightenment for moments, days, or years, what then? Is there not a world around us lost in despair and crying for wisdom? Is there not a life yearning to be fully lived? So it's really just talking about how when we focus too much on that destination, like we're just like, if I can get to enlightenment, if I get past the heartbreak, if I can, if it's just that destination instead of being more conscious about the process, then what do we do when we get to the destination? And that's kind of the journey. When I talk about the journey to joy, how it started as heartbreak to joy, where I wasn't able to stay on the surface anymore. And so it was like diving deep into the pain that had been buried in my body from childhood trauma. And even when I went on that process and I went through the stages of the journey, which we've gone on through the campaign, initiation is feeling the pain, realization is realizing, oh wow, I am reacting with my culture, the blind spots of my culture, or the traumas, the blindness, or the conditioning of the trauma I've gone through. So then we go into the relation stage once we realize that and say, no, I want to make conscious choices, and I want to align with the truth of humanity and with the common universal humanity, the common community spirit. So we do that in the relation stage, and then as we take our daily practices and start new ways of being in the world that are more kind and caring, compassionate to ourselves and others, that leads us to the transformation stage, where then our world right here, right now starts to change. And if we stay on that path and keep on those daily practices, we come to the shores of the graces and the celebration stage where we are now, where we are joined by, once we, like I was saying earlier in this post, we get to that sixth chakra, we can identify with that universality of human experience. And that calls those beautiful deities to us, so we can celebrate and dance on the shores. And we can also lay all our hopes and fears on the hopes, fears, dreams, our biggest dreams. We even lay them on the altar so that we're not preoccupied or worried about how to get there, when to get there, and we can just celebrate and like move in that direction, take the steps we think we need to take or that we know we need to take that day, and leave the rest up to the universe. So I'm going to end today's post with the daily excerpt, just a small daily excerpt from Amazed and Amused. We have learned to be guided by the body's knowing. That is instinctual. I'm going to start over. A little pop-up came up and disturbed me. We have learned to be guided by the body's knowing, that is instinctual, and to lead with the chakra energy that is most beneficial. During the celebration stage, it is the third chakra that bows to the second, signaling a time to allow the body to lead and to revel in the sensations of our skin-covered vessels. We dance and sing with no thought of what is to come or what has been. We allow ourselves to be entranced by the body's movement, fully present in the moment, lost in flight. The body's movement opens the crown chakra, allowing the divine to permeate our being and brings the graces to our side. It is at these times that we know we are all connected. I am you and you are me. Eagle medicine has the power to connect us to the primal power deep within and pull this lower chakra energy up towards spirit, toward freedom, where we can escape the narrow domestic walls that are imposed on us to keep us safe, to keep us land-bound, or at times to control us. So there you go. If you're enjoying the campaign, would love, if you haven't yet, to subscribe on Substack and watch the daily videos that have, most of them have an excerpt about the book, from the book. If you're loving and want more information or the full book, please buy in the pre-sale. Amazed, Amused, Often Confused. There's a pre-sale, or purchase Amazed and Amused today. You can go to tkcdreams.net. There's a book launch page. So thanks so much for your time. Hope you're well, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.